Another essential skill when using a text editor is selecting text. There are many techniques, some of which will probably be familiar. So for example, suppose you want to select a word. You can do something like this. You can just drag the mouse over it. You can also double click on a word like this. Probably my favorite way of doing this is at the keyboard. On OS X in Atom, it's Command D, like that. I especially like to use this combined with cutting text or deleting text. We'll be covering those two techniques in a moment. Another common text selection task is selecting an entire line. One way of doing this is like this, by clicking at the beginning and just dragging to the end. You can also go the other way with the mouse. My favorite way with the keyboard is to start at the end of the line and press Command Shift left. So the Shift key selects, so we can do this. You might have to press it twice. Remember that Command left stops at the end of the text like that. So if you want to select it, you have to do it twice. Shift Command, and then two lefts. By the way, in many text editors and in lots of other applications as well, triple clicking on a line will select the whole thing. Another common task, especially when writing code, is to select multiple lines. We can use the mouse like this just to click and drag. You can also click here and then do a shift click somewhere else, like that, to select. My favorite technique involves going to the beginning of the first line I want to select, and then doing shift and arrow keys, like that. As with selecting individual words, this is especially useful when combined with copying, cutting, or deleting. Finally, I'd like to talk about selecting the entire document. Sometimes you can go to the beginning of the line like this, and you can just drag if you want, but that's cumbersome, especially for a longer document like this. You can do something like Shift Command down. That'll select the whole document. But most editors have a better shortcut for this. Usually there's a menu item, something like Edit, Select All, or something. Let's take a look. Here it is. See Select All. So this will work, but you can also see from the menu item that it actually tells us the keyboard shortcut, Command A in this case. So that is a very common way to select all the text. As is often the case, this works in lots of apps. For example, Command A selects all the text on the page of this Safari browser window. If you look at the menus for your particular editor, you'll see there are lots of other ways of selecting text. And indeed, looking through the menus is a great way to build your technical sophistication. I especially recommend using the menu hints, like here, to learn the keyboard shortcuts.